Hello painting friends, today we are going to work on this beautiful piece, which is two nice birds in a winter sky, and it's lovely snow is on it, and this nice background with nice cherries and snow on top. So it's a limited palette. We have white, black, blue and red for this beautiful painting. So first of all, we are going to start from the background color. We finish that background, and then after it gets dry, we add the branches and then the cherries and birds on top. So for the background color, on top it's light grayish color, a little bit feeling of darker color, and then on the bottom part it's more dark and it's a grayish bluish color. So we need to have some premix and then apply on our paint, on our canvas. So I take the white color for the top part. I'm going to mix with a tiny touch of black. I don't want to see huge change. A little by little is easier to mix with. And even a touch of blue, just a little bit. Bring the feeling of grayish bluish in our mixture. Maybe a little more. I still feel I need to add more. So this color is ready for the top of our painting, our background, and then at the bottom part I need a little bit darker, so I take less white, a little more black, and just a bit more blue. Same color, but the amount of paint is different. So if you just mix black and white, you will reach gray color, but it depends. The gray can be a little bit warm or cool. This is a little cool gray, so it has a blue feeling inside. Because of that, I'm going to mix with some cobalt blue to reach this feeling of grayish bluish. So this is for this part, and the bottom part, which is so much darker, I prefer not to mix white. I take black, I take blue, mix these two together, and already I have some lighter gray in my palette, my palette knife, so I'm not adding more. So these three colors is okay for our background. Okay, now I just see the simple background, the solid one, not the circly effect on top, just the solid background, and start from this light color, then this one, and then at the end this one. So let me put this aside. I take my brush, which is matched with the size of the canvas that I have, and I take heavy paint of the lighter tone. Start from top. Back and forth, try to cover the top part of the canvas. More space is with this lighter gray color. With heavy paint, you easily can cover the white of canvas. And from this part, I'm going to start with the mid-tone gray. So I don't want to have this line in between. I try to blend them together from this darker tone, move into the top part, and from top part, move into this darker tone, to let this nice blending and transition happen from light to the dark. And then I move on to this really darker tone. And I use heavy paint. It takes a little bit time to dry, but it's worth it because easily can cover the white of canvas. And then I try to move from this really dark tone to the top part to let them blend together. Now I'm going to wait everything dry and be ready for next part. Okay, after everything is get completely dry on the background, we are going to work on this effect on top. And if you see this beautiful circle, which is a little bit fade on the background, some part which is smaller is a little brighter, it would like to show that that's the snow, but doesn't snowflake. The snowflake is later will come and it's so tiny, but these are like a nice effect on a winter, and it's moved to the background. So how we can do that? Let me put this aside. I'm going to use the smaller brush and try to add a drop of water into my palette. Take white color, mix with this water to make it watery brush stroke. Even we can use a little gray. Watery brush stroke, diluted all the hair of brush into that, and then start apply on a canvas anywhere you like, bigger size. Because of this water that brush has, it's after it gets dry, it goes to the background and fade. Even you can do close together, add more drop of water, half a circle from anywhere you like, half a circle or a full circle. Small or big. Just try to add as much as you want, but make sure it need to add a water and make our paint look like watercolor. Even a little light gray if you like, add white and then use this gray. It doesn't need to have any thickness or pigment. I add more water to make it so juicy and watery. This circle doesn't need to have a space in between. They can connect together, half a circle or less, or even a full circle. The reason I use water is because after it gets dry, it goes to the background and fade. When I come down, I try to add a drop of water more and a little bit darker tone, because the bottom part is more dark. I'm going to add more water with a dark tone. So now I make the background so busy with this fade effect. Some part I would like to have a little bit brighter one, which is just a pure white color. You can see the difference. The fade brush stroke and then the pure paint. So this is enough for the background. We can wait everything get dry and then apply the branches on top. Now everything is dry for the background and we are going to add these nice branches. And just I focus on a dark part, which is the black color. And I'm not adding any snow on top. Later after finish, and then after it gets dry, I will add the snow on top of it. So let me put this aside, and we have a round and pointy brush, which is easier to do with. So I'm going to take black with this brush and start apply on a canvas. Even if get a little bit thickness, it's okay, because we will come on top by adding the snow. Or the other point, if you add a drop of water, it's so helpful to move the brush easily. But not much water, I prefer to have less. And this is a place of my bird, so I try to keep it for the bird, and then start from here. Bring this branch a little bit toward down. So the other one is on the other side. So it starts from here on top. And then the second bird one is here, the second one is here. So I prepare a branch for bird. So we need to wait everything get dry and then apply with the snow on top. Or even we have a lovely cherries on top. If I show you here, these lovely cherries, we can add those actually on end of each branches. I'm clean my brush. Take a red color this time with the same pointy brush because it's a tiny and circly. Connect berries together. So as much as berries you want, you can add on it. Even I think, let me add a tiny branch here. So I'm going to wait a little bit because the cherries and the branches are still wet, and then add the snow on top. Before adding any snow on top, we can even finish our birds. So it's a black and white and a little bit warm color here. I'm going to add the simple drawing and add the white and black on every part that we need. So in different size, this is a little bigger, smaller, and different angle, so that it shows that they are tucking together. I'm going to add on top of this branch and this branch, so let me put this aside. And with a small size of brush, which is easier to do, I'm going to start with just a pure black. Draw the circle of head here. And a little bit, not cover it very circly here, because I would like to connect it to the body. So it's like an egg shape here on the body, and then even this part is a wing. Cover it with just a black. On this part of the body, I'm going to use another brush. And then the tail toward up. And a tiny beak. Like here. So still I need to work on it and add white and grayish color on top, but it's still wet. I wait a little bit and then I add more paint on top. I'm going to add fit. And then for the second one is the other side, so the head is here a little bit higher. I'm going with the circle shape. And make the body a little bit fat and like an egg shape. Use another brush for the white. And a tiny beak is toward top. Then a narrow tail. Okay. Now we add the white and black, just like that. We need to add a little bit grayish color somewhere on a wing. For example, here I just made some details on it, a little bit on top of the wing and on this part as well. And then clean the brush very well. We can wait everything get dry completely, or when it's wet we can come with a pure white color a little bit more heavy. So I want to divide this section. A tiny line with the white color on a wing. So add this part a little white, just a pure white. Any part that you need to fix, again you can back with the black. And then I'm going to add a little bit fade around this branch. And the eyes is tiny gray, it's here. So I think we are okay with the birds. Now it's time to add lots of this beautiful snow on top with the white color on top of the branches. If you see, in some parts is more, some part is less, and on top of each berries is snowy, and then the beautiful snowflake on sky. So we are applying those. I prefer to go with the small pointy brush, which is easier to do. Take heavy white color and start from somewhere to help this white color sit on top of the branch. Actually, we can play with the amount of white color, because in some part it can be more, in some part less, and even there is some nice movement like that, which is a snow falling down. The tip of brush is so helpful for the details. In some part we can add more white color, has a lots of huge snow. In some case a little less, but every part of the branch has the lovely snow on top. Even we can make it some part thick to show heavy paint, heavy snow on top. And I'm not using any straight line, I just try to play with the brush stroke and make the snow more look like the real one. It shows everything is freezing. Okay, so I think we add enough snow on top of the cherries and the branches. Then we can add some snowflake. For the snowflake is just tip of brush straight to the canvas. Just add a circle, tiny circle everywhere. It can be a little bit bigger or like this or smaller. Again, you can make as much as you want. Snowflake than the model, but it depends. If you like less, you can do it less. Yeah, I think it would be okay and enough. I don't want to add more than this. That's enough, I think. Done, and yeah, this is the model we are going to paint on it, and our painting is finished. Hope you enjoy this beautiful piece, and yeah, I hope to see you next time. Thanks again. Have a